Hello everyone, Dad back here again. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a great week so far. We are on our 200 subscriber live stream special. We are picking up exactly where we left off in the last episode, pre-recorded episode. We have got we've done the deal on the trailer. It's parked out front, ready for us to pick up, attach, and we'll do some jobs. Excuse me. So we are planning on having a trip down to we are going slightly cross Oregon to do a short run, and then I've got if it's still there when we get there, we've got a slightly longer run down into California, and then once we've done that, we'll probably pick up another load down there. We desperately need to build up our funds. We're at only 1100 on this profile now, and we need to get our funds up so we can plan on getting a bigger engine. That good stuff. So evening chat, evening Rusty, hope you are well, my friend. Hope you've had a good day today and yesterday, whatever you've been up to. Kalani, Mr. Birthday Boy himself, happy 21st, bro. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a great day so far. Was this birthday planned stream for my birthday? As much as I would love to say yes, it was not. It was planned around the availability of time that I had. So, but happy birthday all the same. I hope you are having a great day so far. I know it's well early where you are, but I hope you've got a great day planned. And many, as you are stateside, many alcoholic beverages will be involved, considering it's your 21st birthday, right? Right, so we've got a trailer. It's all hooked up down the front. It's a bit of an awkward spot to pick it up, but we will get it picked up the same. So, maneuver ourselves around. Happy birthday, Kalani. Thank you, man. Thank you as well, Rusty. So yeah, this is our trailer that we bought on the last episode. It cost us just a shade over 19,000. So we've got some got a job lined up. It's just a little short one. It's a little bit of a drive to the load point, and then the load after that was slightly longer. I think 900-mile job, paid about 8 grand. So hopefully we can get out of here because it's a bit tight coming out of here.
Turn right.
As expected, Rusty, it was a hard no from Moser on the lend of a wheel and pedal set, but they did give me access to their affiliate program, which was pretty awesome.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Let's just check we've got the lights on. Yep. I was surprised to see a live stream notification from the Discord. I didn't expect one today. Yeah, normally, well, going forward after this week, it'll be at a Wednesday and a Sunday as the usual live stream days. It's Mother's Day this Sunday in the UK, so there'll be no stream at my wife's birthday on Monday, so there's no way I'm planning in a stream on Sunday. So I needed to do the solo trucking, sort of 200 subscriber live stream. I was keen to get that done, so I managed to squeeze it in today instead. But yeah, we'll probably go for probably go for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours or so, probably till about 11 p.m., half 11 my time. That's a positive, so can't complain about that. Absolutely no way of no complaints here, my friend, because, you know, when you look at the kind of people they're giving our stuff out to, they're considerably larger than my channel is, so there's absolutely no issues there. I do have some other options in mind. I did consider, and still may, email that Camus company that you were talking about. See what they've got to say. Maybe they'll consider it.
Keep right.
Hate the roads out of Portland because it's so confusing. So keep right, and then yeah, okay.
Keep left.
Might be a bit of rain. So Kalani, did you get anything nice for your birthday, brother? We will need to get some rest soon as well.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right. Continue straight.
Not yet, I'm still waiting. What's the plans looking like for the day, sir? Got any agenda going yet?
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
No harm in trying. They can only say no,
And then
which
turn
is no
left.
skin off your nose. What am I doing?
Turn left.
I'll be out of ATS, ETS for a couple of months, at least, as I'm unlikely to be able to afford a new setup anytime soon. Yeah, it's my mother always used to say to me, growing up, if you don't ask, you don't get, and that's generally true of most things. So yeah, that's the thing, my man, with sim gear like this. It's an expensive old game to be in as a hobby. I'm going out tonight with my parents to a restaurant I like to go to, but nothing much else today since my mum has to work. It's a weekday. No, that makes sense. What's the restaurant vibe? What kind of food is it? Right, so the plan is we're going to pick up the load, and then we need to find a sleep point pretty sharpish. Looks like there's one just around the corner anyway, so But on Sunday, I'm going to my grandma's gravesite, and then going to see my uncle and aunt after that. Oh, that's sounds like a nice week ahead, my friends. Some things to look forward to.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Righty. So we will
400 meters, turn left.
go in here and get loaded.
Turn left.
So we are running the
And my honor imputed to see you.
icons mod from Steam Workshop, which changes all the floating green icons to these hashed boxes on the road. So let's just get the job, cargo market, and it was this one. Do the dollars. The restaurant has mainly a lot of Hawaiian food. I'm quite ignorant when it comes to those kind of things, so I'm afraid what kind of like what's kind of like typical Hawaiian food. And this is where we are. So yeah, the part of the icons mod is instead of it being like a white area, it puts these like parking bays down on the ground. So sticker in neutral, turn the engine off, let's get it loaded up. So we are loaded. I think we're going to be, yeah. So what I want to do is mark a point here, because we need to go and get some sleep before we do anything else.
The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go.
Alright, let's roll out of here. I really hope the cargo that we're going to pick up when we've done this job is still there, because it's a pretty cool cargo load. I think it's specific to this trailer.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
I'm hoping by sleeping that will get us through the rain as well. I think it'll probably put us early morning.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
So it's really hard to explain, but we have a lot of seafood dishes there, and a dish called chicken katsu, which is a fried chicken that's boneless, and I always get that. Nice. Sounds good, man. I grew up in a place called Cornwall in the UK, and that's very,
Then turn left.
it's like a heavily fishing area of the country.
Turn left.
Do a lot of sea fishing and stuff, and that was a lot of the food that we had when we were younger was a lot of seafood and stuff. just because it was what it was about. Used to go to this little port and literally have fishermen there fishing off the port, boats coming in, and you'd be able to buy fish straight off the boats.
Make a U-turn. Just keep our enemies guessing.
So we're just gonna go around here,
Make a U-turn.
park up here.
Keep our enemies guessing.
Like I said, I'm hoping this will give us, get rid of the rain, and it'll be early morning. Let's rest. I'm gonna search up the restaurant and things that are there. It's called Zippy's, and it's a Hawaii only restaurant. Nice. Yeah, sorted us out. So we're early morning. We're 5:07 a.m. The rain has left, which is awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll look after. I'm a big food guy, so I'm always interested in what other countries and cultures eat. Let's turn the wipers off.
Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, like I said, it's only a little short job, so it'll be 2 hours till delivery. I hope that the job that I had eyed up is there when we get there. Evening boss, Scruffy, welcome in buddy, hope you are well. Evening Rusty, evening afternoon Kalali, happy birthday dude. Like a lot of seafood dishes. Yeah, I do actually like seafood. Like quite a lot of squid, cod, mackerel, like a seafood linguine, like a paella.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right. Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Right on red, I think. I've always wanted to try a lobster. I had a lobster once. Admittedly, I'm not an expert chef by any stretch of the imagination, and I got given this lobster and I was a bit like, I don't know what to do. So I probably didn't do it the best justice. But yeah, I wasn't hugely keen, if I'm honest. But that was some years back, so I don't know if maybe time, maybe my palate now has evolved and I would enjoy it now, but like I said, I didn't really know what to do with it. Just boiled it, served it with some butter, very plain, drizzle of lemon on the top. So I maybe didn't do it the justice it deserved, but I remember when I was younger, our
Keep left.
yeah, when I was younger, we were probably like 12, 13, 14, somewhere around then. Our neighbour at the time, he was a fisherman, and he'd been out on his boats. You know, he was never like a crab fisherman or anything like that, but he'd been out on his boat with his boys, and they'd caught a fish, but in one of the nets they'd caught some crab, big, like proper crab, and he sort of got back early morning, knocked the door, and he said, "Oh," I just remember him saying to my mum, he said, "Oh, we've got some crab if you want it." He just had this bucket with these 3 huge live crabs in it, and my mum was like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, thanks," because he'd regularly bring fish back and stuff for it, so it was, you know, it wasn't out of the ordinary. And she didn't, because they were live, obviously she needed to boil them,
Right.
and she she couldn't do it, so we ended up taking these crabs then down to the beach and setting them free. Yeah, she just couldn't bring herself to actually chuck them in the water, and we ended up driving off down to the beach like really early in the morning and just setting them free in the water. It's like one of those core memories. I am coming to your comment, Rusty, as soon as we get around this corner and I can see again. Pre-children used to get a monthly fresh fish box delivered. Quite often it contained a live lobster, one of my favourite things to cook. Yeah, like I said, the time I had it, I just got given it, and I enjoy cooking. I always have cooked for a long. I cooked from a very early age. It's getting hellish foggy out here. Yeah, I was cooked from a very early age, and yeah, just got given this lobster. I was like, well, I don't want to waste it, and just boiled it and served it with a bit of butter on top, which obviously melted in, and some lemon juice, and I thought that would be okay, but I just vaguely recollect that I didn't particularly enjoy it.
Keep left.
But again, didn't really have the faintest clue what I was doing with it, so I probably didn't do it the justice that it deserved. What's the technique, Rusty, of cooking a good lobster? Crab is good. I enjoyed it. I have had crab a few times and I enjoyed it, except for the time when I bought it mistakenly the very first time that I ever wanted to try crab. They sell it in like a tin in the supermarket, so I bought it in a tin and it was disgusting. So, but like as a crab whole, or like sort of served in the shell, I quite like that. I have a slight problem in that my wife's not a massive fish person. She sort of never has been. So, eating fish. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna take that crash damage offense there. Sorry, guys. That was a no one was letting me out scenario. Yeah, so she's not a massive fishy person, so we don't generally have fish a lot. But she likes a salmon, like a salmon fillet and stuff, and I'll buy whitefish fillets when they're on offer in the supermarket and stuff. I've got some bass fillets in the freezer, which I need to figure out something to do. What I fancy, which I haven't done for a long time, is like a smoked fish pie. Used to make that regular when I was young. Thing is, I don't really want to be in this. Yeah, like I say, I do really enjoy cooking. I enjoy cooking loads of different things as well. Like, taught myself how to make pasta. Taught myself how to make ramen noodles from scratch, like the actual noodles. My mom isn't a huge seafood. Shoulder. My mom isn't a huge seafood person, so it's just me. My dad who eats seafood. Nice. So many different ways. My favourite's the steaming red wine. I haven't had one in years though. Expensive fish boxes and kids don't mix. Yeah, that's not a good. That's really not a good combination, is it? I mean, to be honest, kids and anything expensive isn't a great combination. Got a bypass on the way station. Sweet. As I'll only complain and say my vehicle's not in technically good condition or something like that. Yeah, like I said, Rusty, you probably know it, Cornwall. That's where I grew up, and obviously I live in South Wales now, which is still got a seafood industry. But so when I was growing up, I used to do a lot of sea fishing, so I'd cook what I caught, and we'd go down to the ports, and you could convince a fisherman to give away a couple of fish, or give them away at a cheap price, or some shellfish and that kind of stuff. But yeah, because my wife, she's not, like I said, she's not a massive fishy person, so I don't really tend to do much with fish anymore, just because I don't want to cook stuff that she's just going to eat for the sake of eating it. The kids would probably eat, like three of the 4 kids I've got are really not fussy at all. They'll eat most things that you put in front of them. The older boy, he is your typical kid. He'll eat beige foods like chicken nuggets and fish fingers and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Pizza, burgers, kid food, I love to cook as well. I can cook myself a breakfast meal and just learned how to cook steak all by myself. I would love to expand my cooking experience and learn how to cook different things. I don't know what it is, right? I mean, I know he's a bit of a polarizing figure, but when I was young, like probably 10 or 11, it was just when Jamie Oliver sort of started becoming a big thing, and he had the Naked Chef program on the BBC. And that's how I got into cooking, really, is because I started watching his program, and we were in a single parent household, so my mum loved it because it was able to take a bit of the strain off of her that I was taking an interest in cooking. So I'd sort of watch his recipes and then try and recreate them in the kitchen. She'd buy me a couple of his cookbooks and stuff, and that's really how I got into cooking, or enjoying cooking. Yeah, one of the things I was doing a lot of last summer is trying to perfect my barbecuing skills.
Turn right.
I think on the cards for this summer is trying to do a lot of smoking. No, not smoking meat, but smoking meats, like barbecue smoked meats. So we are just rounded in.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Just rounded in on a delivery spot now.
Turn right.
My 16-year-old is my fussy eater, and he's the one that's been accepted. I think I've cut that corner too tight. No, it's okay. It's been accepted for a 3-year chef's course after he completes his GCSEs this year. Do you know what? It's funny you say that, because my 13-year-old is my fussy eater, And he, in his school, they start doing their GCSEs in year 9 instead of year 10. One of his options that he picked was cooking.
Turn right.
And I said to him at the time, I said, "Are you sure you want to do cooking? You know, I'll support whatever you want to do. It's your, you know, for your future ahead. All I can do is offer guidance if you want it. Don't want to sort of tell you what to do or what to take or what subject is good, because I didn't have it all figured out when I was in school, and I certainly don't feel like I'm in a position to lecture him on what to do or not." And he was like, "Yep, I want to do cooking." I was like, "Right, okay," because, you know, you're gonna have to buy ingredients and all that stuff, and you're gonna have to cook, and you're gonna have to try the foods that you're cooking and all that kind of stuff. He was absolutely adamant that he wanted to do it. And he has not eaten more than about 2 things that he's cooked. So why do I feel like this is gonna be a... I knew it. Oh my god. So yeah, the delivery spot is very handily down there. It's down there, so it's going to be a technically difficult thing. So yeah, he's in the same boat. He decided he wanted to do cooking. He's very, very fussy. He's a very textured based person, in the sense of if something is cold and wet, he doesn't like the feel of it. You know, like raw meat and stuff like that. So So it's been an interesting one. I'll be interested to see what his first parents' evening is like. What his cooking teachers have got to say. I suspect it's probably going to be something along the lines of, "For the love of God, why did you let him do it?" I'll say, "Well, you know, the head teacher told us." I think this is not going to be... Yeah, we all had to go to a meeting with the head teacher, all of us parents, and he said in that, he said, "Don't tell them what they can and can't, just support them in the choices that they want to make." And I was like, right, okay. I think I'm going to have to come at this a slightly different way, if I can even get it out of here. Yeah, do you know what, Scruff? I absolutely hate these parking jobs. I remember the very, very, very first time that I fired this game up. I played TS a little bit. And I'll just do the hard parking job. How hard could it be? It was one of these types of jobs where it's parked around the bloody corner. So I am just going to come at it from a slightly different angle. It's perhaps not your conventional angle. I think that's probably going to be too tight around there anyway. Yeah, sure is. I mean, you all know anyway, but this is where you get to see how bad I am at actually parking without trying to polish it up in editing. was not bad. Not perfect. Not bad. I'll take it. Alright, so that was the quick job. 108 miles done. 351 pounds. I wonder if the job that I want to take is from here. It is. What a handy. Hey, 8.5 out of 10. I'll take that all day long. You know what my parking is like. I would absolutely take that all day long. There we are. So this was the job I had lined up. It's like an Apache gunship or something like that. And we're heading down to California. So give us a nice little boost to our bank balance. Now let's just see if I can get it out. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the very first, I think the actual first park job I'd been playing. Cobra, I'll take your word for it, Rusty. You're a learned man. Yeah, I'd been playing ETS 2 and I sort of thought I was okay at parking, so I thought, oh, I'll just do the hard job, it'll be fine. And it was one of those, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much harder than on ETS. Vietnam era gunship pre-Apache. Good to know, thank you, sir. I probably will stop somewhere along the way and get a screen grab of it, because that'll make for a good thumbnail.
Turn left.
Let's go. We're on the road to... I mean, it's not ideal, because California is full of 20-mile-per-hour roads, but it does pay pretty well. Pays about 8 grand or so, which yeah, that's not bad at all. Our current focus now we've got the trailer is to get a bigger engine so we can pull some of the bigger loads with ease, because it's only a 370 horsepower in here. And the next, yeah, I'd like to probably get that up to sort of 550 or something like that, but I think that's going to cost us in the region of 30 to 40,000 or 30 to 35,000 thereabouts. So yeah, we'll be busting our hump doing that. The good news is we've now got the trailer, so the loads that we're getting are worth more. Which is always a good thing. But yeah, I think this is 900.
Keep right.
900 miles is paying about 8 grand. Little combine nipping across the road.
Continue straight.
My wife and her mates do quiz nights on a regular basis. They always try get me to join their team. As my wife describes it, I'm stock full, pointless shit that has no use outside of a quiz night. Have you ever considered going on one of those quiz game shows like The Chase or something like that? Or like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or maybe you have been, or maybe you've already been on one. What would your specialist subject be if you went on Mastermind? I don't know, I just embarrassed myself. Yeah, I would never go on one of those because no my luck I'd get a music round, and I am absolutely dreadful of music. I know the music that I like, reasonably well, like the artists that I like to listen to and stuff. But come to anything else that's outside of my usual listening, and I've absolutely no idea. So probably get a music round. Mastermind, probably Roman or Mesolithic history. Nice. I actually don't know what my specialist subject would be if I went on one of those. I really have no idea. Sport would destroy me. I have no interest in football or any other mainstream sport outside of cycling or rugby. Nice. I am the same, generally speaking, nowadays. I used to have a fleeting interest in Formula One because I used to study motorsport engineering years and years back, so I was quite into motorsports back then. But I've sort of pretty much got bored of it, basically, after they started changing all the rules regularly and stuff, and I just sort of stopped studying that course and kind of just lost appeal. I was actually having this conversation the other day because I had to renew my TV and broadband package with my provider, and they'd given me, because it was on a fixed price bundle thing for 18 months, that had come to an end, so it shot up more than double. So I rang them and they said, oh, to keep the same package, it was 89 quid a month. I was like, that's still more than double what I was paying. She was like, oh, well, we have got this special offer, great for you as a man, you'll love this offer. I was like, right, okay, where's this going? Thinking, has it got like subscriptions to all the adult channels or some shit? And she was like, oh, you can, if you take out this package that's got Sky Sports and Sky Cinema with it, then we can do your renewal at £59. And I was like, so why is that good for me if I'm a man? And she said, well, you've got sports channels. And I said, look, the fact that Sky Sports is there is no selling point to me whatsoever. There's absolutely no selling point to me because I have no interest in sports. I watch rugby internationals if they're on, but I don't really make a plan to watch them anymore. I used to go to the games and everything. But haven't done for a long time. Regularly watched anything like that. Like the regional rugby or anything. I watch it when my mum comes out because my mum and stepdad are proper rugby nuts and they watch the regional games and stuff. So our TV package is better than theirs, so they get to watch it on that. So I said, could I have it without the sports? And she was like, yeah, you can, but it's like more. And I was like, alright, I don't understand how that works, but I'll take the £59 one. The kids will enjoy Sky Cinema, and that's that. So yeah, I ended up with Sky Sports, but not through any desire to actually want to watch sports. Just purely a financial decision because I wanted to keep the same speed internet, and I was already on the cheapest package with that speed internet, so purely financial that it was cheaper. That'd be why you get IP cough 50 quid for the year, every channel under the sun on it. Well, the thing with that, Mr. Scruff man, I am not sure that's 100% legit, is it? And I'm a straight down the line kind of guy. That makes sense. I'm about as straight as they come in that sense. Follow all the rules, don't speed, don't do none of that. Not that I'm knocking anyone that would want to get that, but I'm pretty sure it's not a strictly speaking official way of getting the channels, is it? I think the most precarious thing that we do is we share passwords for Disney Plus. I think that's about the most precarious thing that we do. We have Amazon Prime, Now TV, Disney. I pay for Amazon. My daughter pays for Now TV. My eldest pays for Disney. Other than that, we subscribe to nothing. Do you know what? My choices around where I live are quite limited for high-speed broadband. And I like to have high-speed broadband because obviously I play this, stream and upload videos and stuff. The kids, they've all got devices that connect and they play online multiplayer with their friends and stuff, so I always like to get a pretty good speed. But it's only the one place around here that does anything more than 60 meg. Any other provider, they're all stuck to 60 meg a second broadband, whereas if I go Virgin, they do up to gigabit internet here. I mean, I don't get gigabit, I get 500 meg, but it's that's why I go with them, and
Continue straight.
it's actually cheaper to get it. But I don't know how. Again, it baffles me how, but it's actually cheaper to buy it as part of a package than it is to just pay for the internet on its own. Because that's what we did consider doing the last time it was up, was because we had Sky before that. So we did consider getting a FreeSat box because the dish is already up. So we did consider getting a FreeSat box and just getting like a broadband. So because we're like you, I've got Amazon Prime, we've got Now TV, we've got Disney Plus through a shared password. The new package that I'm on now came with Netflix. Not that we ever really watched Netflix, but you know, so we've got all of those things. So yeah, we did consider getting a FreeSat box because the dish was already up. I think it was just a case of once you plug the box in, you just have to recalibrate the dish or something, and it was all fine, and you'd get just like 100 channels or something like that, which is plenty. But it was basically the same price to get the broadband that we wanted as it was to get the package with the TV package, so we ended up just doing that. Which, again, completely baffles me how that's even doable, because you'd think, well, you're only getting a part of the package, so why would it be the same price to get one part of the package as it is to get all of the package? But I guess that's how they get you in then, because they hope that when you renew, you don't check your renewal and then I rarely watch TV anyway. I just use it for the football. But even then, I rarely get to watch that. Yeah, I mean, we don't tend to watch like a whole lot of like live TV. Most of what we tend to watch actually, as a adult part of the household, is like stream on demand stuff like Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that. The kids will watch a lot of the TV channels, but we generally don't. We're with BT 70 meg down and 10 meg up. Our village has recently had fibre optics installed in the last 2 months. It could get 500 meg down and up for 27 a month. That's pretty good actually. But for that, I'd have to switch to GigaClear, my emails etc. with BT. So having to pay extra to keep them would be a pain, so I haven't bothered. Yeah, that's fair enough, man. I think like I said, our pretty much only option for anything more than about 60, 65 meg is Virgin Media around here. We keep getting all the emails off of Sky. Sky keep ringing me and saying, oh, come back to us, we're going to be getting a faster speed to offer you. And there's a new company that's just started locally, and they keep touting that they're going to be getting 500 meg broadband soon and to sign up to their waiting list. And but that's been ongoing for months and months and months. So yeah, until there's a real feasible alternative that doesn't cost the same as getting a package for where I live, that I can get 500 meg broadband, it's probably just a case of sticking where we're at and just accepting that we're going to end up with a TV package that we could probably do without. But like I said, I think that's how they get you, is because they hope that you're not the kind of person that stays on the ball. So when your contract's up, like, oh, it's ridiculous, like our price. Like I said, we pay £59 a month for that. We get 500 meg up and down broadband. We get their best TV, or their sort of middle TV package. So we get, I think it's like 200 and some odd channels. We get the Sky Kids channel. We get the kids channels as well, which is all the like Nickelodeon and CBeebies and CITV and Nick Jr. and all the other ones, and Cartoon Network and all that. And then we get Sky Cinema and Sky Sports, and that's all 59 quid a month, all inclusive. We get unlimited landline calls as well if you wanted to. Don't have a landline, so it's pointless, but you know, she was quite keen to sell that to me as a benefit. And when the package is up, I think it shoots up to like 174 quid a month if you don't change it before that. So I think that's why they do it. It's because they hope that people are lax with it. You know, like Martin Lewis, I find him a bit annoying, but he does have a good point in that you should always check your bills. And I think that's why they do it, is because they just hope that people don't bother checking. So then those people, you know, they end up getting 180 odd quid a month out of these people. But it's by the by. I think we're in a new contract with that now anyway, so I think hopefully by the time that's at, these brands that keep saying, oh yeah, we're going to be getting 500 meg broadband in your area for 25 quid a month, hopefully they'll all be up and running by the time our contract's up. In which case, if they are, then I think we would look again at getting the free set box, because the dish is still up.
Continue straight.
I think this is going to be as good a place as any to grab a little photo and also take my jumper off. Let's do it now. Let's get some pictures real quick. It's always good to get some pictures to share around in the Discords and stuff afterwards, and also to change the thumbnails. That'll do. Right, just take my jacket off a sec. Alrighty, that's better. I'm just going to wait the 18 months exclusive period. Then when the fibre is opened to other suppliers, I'll have a word with BT and see what they will offer. Yo, 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 I made it. Linuan, sir, welcome in. Hope you're all well, buddy. We are flying our way down to California with a Cobra gunship, or part of a Cobra gunship. I said Apache, and Rusty corrected me and said it's a Cobra, which I just clocked in the menu. The load is actually a does say on there that it's a Cobra, so that was a miss on my part.
Continue straight.
It's 800 miles left, and we got, I think it's paying just over 8 grand for delivery, which is much needed because we've only got 1,200 bucks. We missed the first delivery. We did a little small delivery. The parking job was a nightmare. Scruffy generously graded me an 8.5 out of 10 on that park job. You had a good day, sir? How your shift at work's been? Okay. Good, good. It's also Kalani's birthday. He is, I think he's still here. It's his 21st birthday today. You stop, stop, stop. Thank you. Yep, it's his 21st today, which obviously over with you guys is a big occasion. It's the old drinky drink. 18 over here for us, but 21 over there for you guys. Alright, man, make me one while you're at it, if you don't mind, Rusty. Not fussy, I'll take it how it comes. We're getting pulled in this time, I reckon. No, we can bypass. Woo! Two-way stations on this trip, so on this stream so far, and we bypassed both of them. Sweet. If you were near it. Yeah, I think it would be pretty well cold by the time you got it. You were going to make that journey to drop it off. You have to gulp it down cold.
Continue straight.
Yeah, we are. This is our 200 subscriber live stream speciale to celebrate getting 200 subscribers, which again, absolutely awesome. Completely stoked with that. It's when I say it in the videos and stuff, it's genuinely not a joke. I didn't expect to get this many people as quickly. But yeah, I appreciate every single one of you. Those that have rolled with me since the beginning, those that have joined more recently, those that have been here for a bit. All of you are awesome. I appreciate you all more than I could express. So thanks ever so much from the bottom of my heart for being on this journey with me. Joining the VTC and the Discord and just being an active part of the community. You're all awesome. And I'm glad you're all here. We are well on the road to 300 subs at this point. We are, before the stream, 211, I think. Today's been a bit of a topsy-turvy day with the internet in general. I think Facebook and Instagram went down for a bit earlier, and I had a notification from YouTube that they were having some problems. So I'm not saying that's hampered our figures at all, but it's we're at 211, sitting pretty. We are on the road to 300, so yeah, it's keep on rolling, baby. We're growing. As Lynn always says to me, if you build it, they'll come, and people are coming along, and people are enjoying the content, and we get new people in the VTC all the time, and it's just, yes, it does. I have to sit back sometimes and look at it all and think, holy shit, man. All these people want to be friends with me, just some from South Wales that just prattles on, and is pretty shit at driving, and even worse at parking. But I appreciate you all, and I appreciate you all joining the live streams and supporting and chatting and all that stuff. So would you ever get a head movement tracker, or track IR? You know what that is? I think because there's a couple. If Track IR is the paid one, then no, because it's very expensive. If it's not, because there's like an open source one, which I bought a webcam and tried to get it to work before, and I just couldn't get it to work with the game. I thought I did all the setup, I followed all the tutorials, and you do exactly everything in the tutorial, and then think, right, that's done, I'm gonna load the game now and I'll be able to track my head movement and all that good stuff, and nah, didn't work. So it's something, because I sorted all my office out last weekend, I think it was. So I cleaned it all out and resorted all my cabling out and everything like that. So I found the webcam that I'd bought for it, and agricultural inspection, prepared to slow down. This is interesting. Trucks this way. So yeah, I found the webcam that I bought. I thought, oh, bugger me, I need to sort that out. I either need to sort it out. So either start this then. I've never done one of these before, so this will be interesting. Inspection in progress. What's it gonna say? Inspection finished. You may continue driving. Oh, that was anticlimactic. But yeah, I found the webcam again. Thought, oh, bugger me, I need to sort that out. Either try and with the head track and stuff again, or like set it up to actually use as a camera on stream. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it, and I have tried it before. I tried. I've got it installed on my machine, I think. I'll have to find out. Well, you must be doing something right. After all, we don't come for Lynn's impressions, that's for sure. That's not funny, Rusty. My impressions are great. Okay, mildly good. Yeah, I'll have to have a look into that Dellen clip and see what's what, because I think it would be a really immersive experience. I got my son got a VR headset for Christmas. I'm just waiting for the day that he sort of puts it down and doesn't pick it up again, so I can sort of nick it off him and borrow that and try that. But at the moment, he seems to be pretty well into it, so that's proven. It's proven longer than I thought it would take. Dellen clip is what I use, and it works very well with ATS and ETS2. I will have a look at that for sure. Is that like is it like a clip that you put on your headphones, or? I think we want to start thinking about having a rest soon. Whoa, stop. Thank you. Works with FS22 as well. Awesome. Right, question for you then. Whoa, Red. How does it work when you are backing up? I assume you drive in cab for backing up, like you reverse, you stick your head out the window. I'll put an image in the Discord later. I velcro it to the side of my headset. The camera's sat on top of my monitor. Nice. And does it work well for backing up? Like, how, do you have to turn your head that far to do it, or do you sort of have it disabled for reversing? If you don't mind me asking, how are you moving the camera and using your wheel? There is a setting, Kalani. Settings, obviously. That's where else would you find settings? That you can turn on, and then it does it so when you turn the wheel, it turns your head as well in the direction that you've turned the wheel. And I believe, fellas, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was Jack that let us all into that on one of the live stream convoys. Yeah, in the settings menu there is a setting where you can activate it, and it will tell you, well, not tell you, it will link your head movements to the turn of the wheel. So then when you turn the wheel, the head or the camera on the game turns in that direction as well. We'll be pulling up for a rest stop soon, so when we pull up for a rest stop, I'll find the setting in the menu so you can see where it is. You can set how much head movement is required. Move around in cab. I have it set so that once my head passes a certain point, it switches to the look-in. Out the window towards the rear view. It's all in the settings. You are using OpenTrack. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because that was the only thing I was like, how am I supposed to back up when I've got to look that far behind me for it to look out the window, you know? But that's obviously because I'm an idiot and think that they wouldn't have thought of that. Alright, what are we looking like? Sleep 2 hours 2. Plenty of time left on the job, so we will pull into the next rest stop that we find. Get some sleep because that'll take us back to morning. I'm hoping that we can sort of keep it majoritarily daytime now, on the series, because the last few episodes have been nighttime, and that's just been the way that it's worked out. But obviously if I sleep now, it's going to be early morning, so that should be fine. Hopefully it's not too far to the next sleep spot. Thank you for telling me how that happens. I always wondered how you was moving the camera since you have a wheel. Yeah, it's like the camera. You can move the camera with the mouse like that. And then obviously you've got your keybinds to reset it to default position. Discovered red in, sweet. But yeah, when you're like doing a turn or you turn around a corner or whatever, it's handy to have it set like I've got it set through that setting, which Jack alerted me to. Because then it's like as if you're sort of looking into the corner as you're driving. And that's far easier than trying to. That's far easier than trying to use the mouse and steer at the same time. I have vertical movement disabled for ATS, so when I look up at my second monitor, it doesn't freak the camera view in game screen. That is a good, solid tip, man. That is a solid tip, because I would have forgotten about that if I managed to get it all set up, because my second monitor is up high as well. So that is, I appreciate that, Rusty, because I would not have thought of that. And I would have, the first time I played it, I'd been looking up, and then I'd been looking at the ceiling of my truck. So it's only changed, look, left to right my cab views. Rolf Ingar Johansson, welcome in, I hope you are well. I'm out delivering an ATS, following along on another monitor. Also use a webcam and open track. Where I do reverse is I turn my head a bit to the left, then reset the camera position, then I don't have to turn my head so far left. Nice, that is a great tip. Thanks, Rolf. I appreciate that. I am going to... you're all giving me the encouragement to get it all set back up, or at least try again. I did try, and I tried, and I watched tutorial, and I watched tutorial, and, you know, as I said, you do everything that you do on the tutorial, you copy it exactly, and then... right, I've done it, I've nailed it, like, plug it in, I'm excited, let's go, head tracking, whoop whoop, and it doesn't work. So just going to take a slight detour here because we need the rest. And I don't know when the next rest stop is.
Continue straight.
We are on GDC after all, so we can't afford the fines for not sleeping. Sorry, I mean turn my head right. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'll pull into this truck stop over here. Get some sleep. That should kick us to about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Turn left.
What are you delivering there, Rolf? What do you got? What cargo are you running, sir? Let's pull in.
Make a U-turn. Let's keep our enemies guessing.
I couldn't go back to trucking without backing now. Just feels so unnatural. Yeah, I imagine it would. Right, hopefully we can trigger a sleep spot in here, because this would be nice. Come on. Let's go a bit forward. Let's get some sleep. 8:01, sweet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dig out the OpenTrack software again and the webcam and try that, and then I'm gonna look into that Delon clip when you send the picture later on. Right, so 600 miles out, so provided, touchwood, no diversions or anything like that, then we should be good to...
Turn left.
Should be good to make the delivery from here without any more rest stops. It's famous last words.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, have a look at the Delon clip. I believe they also do a face track camera that doesn't require any headgear, but how good that is, I don't know. Yeah, anything like that really it would be ideal, because I'm not a real truck driver and never have been, never pretended to be. I've been in trucks in real life. Yeah, go, pulling in for a weigh inspection. Number 3 was the one. But I do enjoy making the game as enjoyable and realistic as possible. I think having from what I've seen of people that I watch that play with either head tracking or like a track IR or something like that, they do seem to have much smoother movements when they're looking around in cab and looking at junctions and stuff. And like you said, it seems as if it's much more of a natural how you would if you were driving in real life, you know. Right, let's get a route. But as expected, your vehicle is not in perfect technical state. Be more careful next time. If you want to pay the repair bill, guys, that would be awesome. It's such a problem. Nice. Little Caesars hot and ready pizza. I think we talked about Little Caesars on one of the streams before, didn't we? I vaguely recollect. Yes, we did. Do try and remember the things that we talk about. Partly it's because I try and take an interest in everyone, and secondly, because I don't want to cover old ground. So it must be in California or near California, because we're now on the roads where the trucks and cars have different speed limits, which is, of course, is commonplace in the UK anyway. But most of the other places that I've driven in ATS have had the same speed limits for cars and trucks. Oh, Rusty, that reminds me, wasn't today the Expeditions Day? Wasn't that the day that Expeditions officially came out? Message details to you on Discord, but appreciate that, Rusty. We'll check that out after the stream. What I need to do, actually, at the end of this job, once we get the delivery information up, is I want to know what the have a look at the miles per gallon, because I want to see if having our own trailer makes a difference on the route, because obviously when you level up, you've got the option to level up the fuel efficiency things, so I'd be interested to know if that actually makes any difference now that we've got a trailer. I was sort of averaging about 5.5, 5.7 miles to the gallon beforehand on borrowed trailer jobs, so we'll see if we're any better now that we own this trailer. Yeah, it became available for download about 3 hours ago. I've not looked at it yet. Fair enough, man. I think we are imminently close to a farm sim announcement, though. I think we'll see one off them in the next... probably in the next 6 weeks, I reckon. 4 to 6 weeks, based on previous years. As far as everything I read, the Eco Drive-In does nothing unless you have realistic fuel consumption turned on in options. I don't think I have that turned on this profile. I have to double check. Oh, man. Just remembered, there was me giving it the big one. Yeah, don't worry, Kalani, when I pull into rest, I'll show you the setting, and bloody forgot, didn't I won't forget, Kalani. Once the job's done, I'll show you that setting for the head turning camera in the menu. Thank you, bro. No problem. Don't envy you streamers. Another FS coming out. I don't intend to buy unless there's more of a difference. Oh shit, watch your lane guidance. But you guys need to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah, I think with that, I think I've spoke about it before, but I'm in a slightly different camp than other streamers that are built around FS. I would say that probably 40% or 30 to 40% of the subscribers that I've got have probably come from farm sim related stuff, but the majority come from the truck videos. So if it doesn't, for me, this is what I've decided to do. I was saying to Lynn the other day, if the game, when it does get announced, and I think it will be soon, and I think we will see it at the end of this year, if it doesn't represent a market change in the game and the dynamic and the physics and all of that stuff, if it doesn't represent, if it's just that FIFA effect where it's just the same game with another number, then I will drop Farm Sim from the channel, most likely. I'll either, depending on where we're at with the Thuringia save, I'll either carry that on, because I stream it once a week, so it's not, it's more of a good time to chat to people, and I've got a core viewership that will come in most times to have the chat. So if it doesn't represent if it doesn't represent a great change, then I will probably not commit to it. It's not, I don't think that it would do that much damage to my channel by either stopping the Farm Sim stuff or sticking on Farm Sim 22. The other guys, like the Virtual Farmers and Mr. Sealy Peas and Farm Sim Guy and Daggerwin and all those guys, I don't envy those guys at all, because they've, their whole channel is based around Farm Sim. Is literally more or less the only thing they play. But so I don't envy those guys. They've pretty much got no choice but to suck up to Giants and say it's the best game ever and all that stuff. But for me, I personally don't feel like it's going to do that much damage to my channel if I just turn around and said, actually, the new Farm Sim game doesn't represent enough of a change for me to commit to it. Therefore, I'm not going to commit to it. But I think that's probably where I've done some right things over the last year or so, moving away from, because when I first started the channel, it was mainly intended to be Farm Sim, because that was what I was enjoying playing at the time. And then I got a wheel and I got into playing trucks and stuff, and then I made the decision to transition more towards trucking. And I think that's probably one of the better decisions that I've made recently in the last year or so, especially around the channel. So I think it just protects me a little bit, because this guy, especially ATS and to a lot of extent ETS too, I think ATS is a long way off being done. I don't think we would see an ATS 2 until, well, if ever, but I don't think we would see one until they'd filled the map and done all the states. I personally don't think that we'd see an ATS 2. I think they'll just keep this game going, do a new engine for it, and they'll do graphical updates and stuff like that, and they'll do new DLCs and new states. I think once they've done the mainland US and Alaska and Hawaii, I think they'll look at probably Canada next, add in bits of Canada into it, and then maybe official bits of Mexico and stuff. But yeah, I think what I would love, and it's a massive bit of work, I'm sure, and it would it would take years and years and years to get there. I would love it, and this is probably crazy, but I would absolutely love it if they filled the entire map. They did, and then the end goal was all of the mainland US, Alaska, Canada, Hawaii, all of the states, all of the provinces, whatever, and then they went down into like Brazil and Mexico and like Argentina and, you know, like South America basically. So you'd got all the way down to the bottom of South America, all the way up to the top of Canada, because you could just spend years driving that map and you'd have endless jobs to do. That's what I would love to see as the end goal. Like, but, you know, with these smaller companies that aren't shareholder owned, you don't really ever get to see a look into what they're working on until they're ready to release it. They don't generally release like the long-term goal. But that's what I'd love to see for the game, is for eventually, you know, like I said, it'd be years down the line, but I'd love to see it where they've done all of the US, Canada, and then all of South America, and you could literally drive a job from the top of Canada all the way down to the very bottom point of South America. I think that just would be absolutely epic. They start adding Chile, Brazil, etc. They bring elements of SnowRunner into it. Yeah, it'd be good. Honestly, I think that would be absolutely awesome if they could do that, where that was the full map in its entirety, and, you know, whether it's 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, because obviously they'd have to keep updating the engine and stuff to keep up with technological advances, graphic cards advances, and stuff like that. But if they could do that and that was the end goal, I think that would be absolutely quality. And then add stuff in as well, like, you know, manually having to get out of the truck to attach airlines and jack up the trailer and stuff like that. You know, some of the features that they've got in like Alaskan road truckers and stuff. But, yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? Because, like I said, it's a private game company. There's no obligation on them to release the long-term plan. I think there are little snippets of like conversations, like interviews and stuff, and they've got their own like Twitch channel and stuff, and there's little clips of where they've answered comments, and they're very sort of coy, but occasionally, now and again, whether it's intentional or slip-ups, you do catch little bits that they've said, or, you know, like, we would like to go up into Canada and stuff. So I don't think, my personal view is, I don't think they will stop once they've done all of the mainland USA, or all of the 50 states of the USA. I don't think they'll stop there. I think they'll then move on to, or carry on the trend of reworking states, along with adding new states from other countries. You know, the obvious first choices being either Mexico or Canada. But yeah, it's all to play for. As, like you said, there's so many options, it just absolutely boggles the mind where they could go with it. So I personally don't think we'll see an ATS 2. And then with ETS, again, I don't think we'll see an ETS 3. I think there's more that they can do with it. You know, they could carry on going further, east, I think. So they could start branching out into more of Russia. I know there's a bit of a contentious topic at the minute, and they did Canada DLC based in Russia. You know, they could start bringing elements of Turkey into it officially, go through more of Ukraine, Belarus, those kinds of places. Again, politically at the moment, that's a big no-go, is Belarus and Russia, obviously, but they're still making their money. Why would they stop? If you look at the Steam stats for ETS 2 and ATS, you're fairly consistent with numbers for years. Yeah. And the thing is, as well, there's never been a better time to be into trucking or farm sim, in my opinion. And I'm very new into trucking. At least I've only been playing trucking since I think I started November 22. I think is when I got ETS 2, and then got ATS shortly after. But there's never been a better time, because you look at all the peripherals that are now being launched specifically geared towards specifically geared towards truck sim with a touch of farm sim as well. So I think as long as companies still, you know, like stay, thank you. Naughty boy. So I think as long as the big peripheral manufacturers still keep pumping stuff out for the game, then I think they'll, you know, it's a win for everyone. It's a win for us as gamers, because they'll keep it going, and it's a win for them as a company, because they'll keep making money. And it's a win then for the peripheral manufacturers, because it's good for their business as well. That, you know, like buying the, like, Thrustmaster have got their farm stuff now, which angles the wheel on a more kind of truck or farm tractor angle. So yeah, I think now is the time. It's going through a real resurgence phase, and I think it's a great thing to see. Good live stream. I appreciate that. Welcome in. I hope you are well. I hope you enjoyed the stream so far. This is our 200 subscriber live stream special. Have I tried the car mods? I haven't. A member of the Discord, Kalani, he's got the John Ruder Ram pickup truck that he loves, but I personally have not yet tried any of the car mods. Still very much enjoying the Outlaw 359 on this profile, at least. What about you? Have you tried the car mods? Do you enjoy them? Looking at the stats now, ATS currently plays 7,446 30-day average. 30-day average, 6,523. March last year, 578 average, and it's the same going back years. I don't have the game, my laptop can't run it, sadly. Oh, that sucks, man. That is not great. I think that's what SCS is really good at, actually, with their game. And I don't know specifically what it is, but they seem to build like a really good, faithful core audience that play the game fairly regularly, and they do just enough to keep everyone coming back for more. They do well in releasing frequent blog posts about what they're working on and stuff, with little snippets, and they've got their own blog series with like video trips that they've taken for research and stuff. So I think the way they run it all, I think is really quite good in that sense, because it keeps everyone wanting more and wondering what the next thing is going to be, So pulling again. I think we are 2 for 2 now. I think we're two pull-ins, 2 bypass. I recall. Stream so far. Get another round now. I think maybe next time round we are getting a fine, if I recall. That's how it works. Vehicle's not in perfect technical state. Be more careful next time. I will. Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think you get 3 warnings and then you get a fine, I think, if you don't get fixed. Sadly, we can't get fixed until we've delivered this job because we gassed the money. When you consider how old the game and the game engine is, it shows the quality of the game when it's still attractive people. Exactly, man. Exactly. Well, I wish you good luck with the stream. Have a good night day. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for coming by, watching, and hanging out, and chatting. It's been awesome. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. How much does that job pay? I think it's $8,000 or $8,300 dollars. But yeah, I mean, this game, the ATS, I think it came out in 2016, and you know, it's still pulling new people in all the time. Like, new people pick it up all the time. They cotton onto it and they think, actually, this is a really good game, and then they start buying the DLC and stuff like that. So, and then when you look at ETS, I think that's 2012 that came out. And again, that's the same thing. It's still now 12 years later, pulling in brand new players. And there's not really, in my opinion at least, there's not really many games that's got that kind of pull, that they'll pull new people in with a game that's 10, 12 years old. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I don't recall the price per mile in, but I think the overall price was about $8,300 for the job. It's about a 980-mile job, so what's that? Probably $10 a mile. No, 10. I can't be right. $10 a mile. Maybe $10 a mile. It might be right. Who knows? Got time to have another sleep if we need to, and I think we're gonna have to, because it's a oh, there you go, Lynn. It's $8,612 is the job payment. Yeah, we're gonna probably have to have another sleep because we've got 4 hours 6 minutes. Oh no, we're close. 4 hours 4 minutes until delivery. 4 hours 54 on the rest clock. So we may want to consider having a little sleep along the way somewhere, because otherwise we're going to get shafted on delivery, because by the time we unload, it's an hour to unload, and then we're going to be no sleep left, and then pretty much as soon as we pull out of the delivery yard, we're going to get a fine. Which, obviously, if it wasn't GDC, you wouldn't even care about it, but on GDC, the fine of a few $100s or whatever for not sleeping is quite bad. We are going to pull out because we do need to be out on the left.
Keep left.
It's going to stop. We did already lose $250 from a collision that we had earlier on. Alrighty. Fucking now. You are gonna have to slow down and let me in. Although ironically, the first load that we did, was a £55,000 load, as in pounds weight. And the truck actually was performing much better with this newer trailer than it would have if it was like the base game trailer, which is kind of funny. But got a truck lane here. ETS2 is much better. 34,000 playing now, 24k average in the last 30 days, 20k average March last year, and similar previously. Whoa, I had no idea it was that much on. I knew ETS2 was the more popular game. I assumed that was just because it's been out for longer, but I didn't realize it was that popular, because that's crazy. If I knew games better, I'd ask you to look at a different, like a AAA title. Because I know when I kind of found it funny when FS22 came out, it was doing better plays per average or whatever the metric is, the ones that you're reading off. It was doing better than Battlefield was doing, and that just come out. I think it was Battlefield 2042, and that just come out. It got pretty tank reviews, to be honest. But yeah, Farm Sim 22 was doing better playthroughs than that was, which I thought was kind of funny. I also think it's a little bit of, tell me what you think about this, but I also think it's a little bit of, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of situation. In that they know what works for them, they know what keeps everyone happy, they know what keeps the game running relatively smoothly. You know, how often is it that an update comes for one of the SCS truck games, and it completely breaks something and they've got to do a hot fix immediately after? And it's not very often at all, I'd reckon. Whereas that's happened more than a couple of times on other games where updates come out and just completely tank the game. I'm gonna come off here. Hopefully there's nothing on the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna come off here. We are gonna grab some sleep, and we are gonna grab some fuel here because we're running out of fuel. We'll just come off here and then we'll get back on after. Stay, thank you. Oh, it's a motel situation.
In 400
That's
meters.
a
Turn
not
right.
great fuel point for us either, but that's okay.
Turn right.
It'll be quite tight coming out of here.
Turn right.
Holy moly, $5.08 per gallon here. Shit. Whoa. It's basically all our money gone. Yeah, so we're down to a paltry $315. Which is not great. Right, you can't. Come on, man. I hate the AI in this. Whoa. So let's pull into the motel. Get some kit for the night. One of the very popular recent releases was Palworld. 30-day average for that is 348k, but in the last 30 days that average has already dropped by 91k from its previous average. Yeah, see, it's you're not seeing those kind of drops on the tracking games, right? Now the question is, can I get out around here? Who knows, baby? Who knows? Let's try it. Worst case scenario, it'll be funny watching me trying to back out with a war helicopter on the back of a trailer. I think it's probably going to be okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the delivery's not far from here anyway. Let's say. It's gonna be tight getting out on this corner though. I'm gonna go now while this truck is. Cool. Yep. Let's get the wipers on. 91k average drop is absolutely huge, right? So we've got 105 miles to go. Hopefully there'll be another good load from
Keep left.
here. When we get to delivery. Yep, ETS and ATS haven't had drops for years. They're hovering around the same numbers month after month, see? That's the thing. I guess for any game development company, especially like, well, would you call them an indie game company? I'm not really sure, but considering the scope of the games. But I guess that's what any games company could hope for, really, is like a solid core audience that will pretty much buy whatever you put out. Because I would hazard a guess that the majority of people that are playing would buy most of the DLC packs that come out. Like me personally, I'm not bothered about like the paint job packs. I don't bother about getting those. But you know, if a new state comes out, you can guarantee I'm going to get it. If a new tuning pack with different bits and pieces on came out, I'd probably get it. If a new cargo pack came out, yeah. And I would imagine that the dedication for that is quite the same amongst a lot of players. I guess that's, again, I'm not a game expert or anything like that, but I can only...
Keep right. And then exit right.
Whoa. Stop. Let me through, thank you.
Exit right.
Yeah, I guess you can only hope for that as a game developer, because it's a
400 meters.
pretty steady source of revenue. It obviously works for them, because they've got a, you know, they've got a team of staff and everything, so it must work for them enough to run the company and pay everyone and everything like that, so... It's what I think, it's what I'd ultimately love Farm Sim to do. It's to just pick a game, do an engine for the game, just say, right, this is the last, or for X amount of years at least, this is the last new Farm Sim game, where it's a whole new game with a whole new number. It's just going to be called FS or Farm Sim, Farming Simulator, or whatever. But oh, Los Angeles. But what we're going to do is, you know, we're going to do periodic updates, new DLC updates, and do it that way. But I guess they probably don't feel like it's worth, they can make as much money out of doing that. Because again, I think now is probably the best time for Farm Sim as well, for the same reasons that a lot of the peripheral manufacturers that make like wheels and pedals and like joysticks and all that kind of stuff, they're kind of finally sitting up and taking note and thinking, actually, there's this whole untapped market which use our products, but we've never really gone after them in a big way. Now's the time. Let's sort some mounts and everything else out.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
I can't 100% remember off the top of my head, but I think this is the first time we've been to to California on the series. I can't quite 100% remember. Evening, Mr. Farquhar. Evening, sir. How the heck are you? Welcome in. I hope you are well. Had a good day, whatever you've been up to. Sim racing market is pretty saturated with gear choices. These companies are looking for new markets. Farm sim and truck mob are, like you said, the obvious choices, and large as well. Yeah, 100% agree. Sorry, I missed a big chunk of this. Been fighting in the mud, getting stressed. It's all good, man. Sometimes you gotta fight in that mud. I assume that's on the that Expeditions games that you've been playing, is it? Oh shit.
Keep left.
So, actually, this is a fun time to talk about something that I spoke about on the thing. Now, I just hit a car then, and I didn't get a fine for it. Now, that's happened to me a few times, and I thought that it was the mod that I was using for the no headlights fine that was doing it. I've actually since come to realise, actually just yesterday, or come to learn rather, not realise, that that is a built-in feature of the GTC economy, where it's based off of real-life data. Apparently there's a report that came out in the US that the guy who makes the mod referred to, where it determined that truck drivers in the States were only, at the point of claim, were only liable or responsible, deemed at fault, for 3.5% of all accidents involving trucks. So he's built it into the game that not every single, or not built into the game, built into the GDC mod, that not every single crash would result in a fine for you, the driver, because obviously, based on that report, I don't know if he's got it set as low as only 3.5% of the time, but that does explain why there's been times when I've crashed and not had a fine for it when I was expecting to. Tonight was a bit null. Just spent 2 hours trying to pull a truck across the Grand Canyon. Yeah, that sounds fun, man. Is that like a rescue truck, like one you have, like a? I can't even pretend like I know what the game, or like, is it similar to SnowRunner in that respect? Like you've got to go out and find the stranded vehicles and stuff, or no? Because the Expeditions videos are on my, as Lynn calls it, my eternal playlist. I vouch for this man's data. I'm only responsible for 33% of my incidents. Yeah, just because I remember mentioning it a couple of episodes back, where I'd had a pretty piss poor run, to be honest, and I'd hit a few cars and not been fined for it, and I was like, all right. And then I took the mod off for no headlights, and that I actually got a fine then, but that was, and then again, I, like I said, I just hit a car and didn't get a fine for it. And as it happened, he put a post out in his Discord yesterday explaining that that was a feature of the GTC economy mod based on that report that he'd read. So the man knows the shiz, man. Goes to the full extent of trying to find out and make it as sort of true to life as possible.
Keep right. And pin. Turn right. Turn right.
Indio discovered. There's less of that and more exploration and discovery. Nice. I briefly managed to fire it up on the old Xbox S this week. There was a lull in the infighting, shall we say, of whose turn it is on the Xbox between the kids. So you'd gone outside, and I thought, oh, well, they're quite happy playing out in the garden. It's too cold for me, so I'm not going out there. I thought, well, I'm gonna load up some snow runner. No sooner had I done that, I'd got myself a truck. I was on my merry way to try and rescue a truck from a lake, and they came running back in, and Daddy, it's my turn now. Bro, I've had like 8 minutes.
Keep right.
I had 8
And
minutes of
10,
time,
turn
can I, you know. But, you know, that's kids,
Turn
right? Full stopped.
Keep left. And 10, turn left.
So yeah, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a chance
Turn
to
left.
fire it up at some point over the weekend. Actually get more than 8 minutes of time on it. Shoot. Oh yeah, that's alright actually. Forgot that we've got it on auto. Pick the delivery spot, which is, where are we?
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn
I
right.
put on the oh, what the flippin' blue gun. This is gonna be impossible. It's that there is a horrific turn and there is method to my madness.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
I didn't think that's gonna have done it, to be honest. Is it? No, I think we're still gonna catch the fence. I think it's, yeah. Horrible turn this is. Nope. Think of a turn. Better off. I don't know why I've just suddenly thought of it. But I used to belong to an RC off-road club, rock crawling club. I used to my own RC off-road and rock crawling vehicles. I dig some out. Some images out, put them on Discord. I think it's something you'd enjoy, Mr. F, building your own off-road course in the garden in the summer and running your RC cars around it with the eldest. Yeah, I think that's the best bet there, Mr. Scruffmaster. It's a fine mess that I've got myself into. fully prepared to accept a 0.5 out of 10 on this one, Scruff. I'll take the 8.5 from earlier, and you can knock this one down to a crappy one. I said my methods might not always be the correct, but generally. There we are. We're in eventually, and I think we got a drive in. Nicely nice. There we go. Unload. There we are, 1,009 miles. Let's try and work this out quickly. 180.1 gallons divided by. Maybe that's not right. 80.1 divided by. That's not right either. Hold on, let me check something real quick, because I just wanted to work out the miles per gallon. Current company job offers. Got a. It's going down to Mexico. That's all the way up to Steamboat Springs. Yeah, miles per gallon, 5.6, so it's about the same. That's what I was getting beforehand. Right, I'm not going to take a job from here because there's not really anything that pays real good, so let's have a look on just the general area. That's long. Where do I want to get to? Yeah, that's probably not a bad little run. Back up towards northern California. A longer of a run. Oh, we could do that one. Yeah, do you know what? I'll do this one. I'll take these cats, Matt 422s, over to Holbrook, Arizona. 544 miles. Should be okay. Yeah, so set GPS. 5 miles down the road.
I may be the vice president.
Oh, let's hope I can get out of here a little bit easier than we got in.
It's time to take action.
Can't actually work out where. Sim, I'm off later. Catch you later. Peace out, chat. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by, Scruffy man. Appreciate you. Take it easy. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll be back here on Farm Sim tomorrow, so hope to catch you for that. So yeah, we're good for sleep. Good for fuel.
Turn left.
Let's check lights are still on. Yep.
In 400 meters.
Let's
turn
go.
right. Turn right. Keep left. And then turn
So yeah, I've been running that icons mod. And sometimes it's very. I enjoy the mod because it makes it a bit more realistic. It's not just big green floating blobs or flashing white boxes everywhere. It just puts the lines down or the checkered box down on the ground. But sometimes when you're looking for where your park spot is, it can be a bit difficult to see it.
Keep right. And then turn right.
Big break. The icons mod is, yeah. It's I think the guy who does it is Dastrobel. I think it's Dastrobel. I think. I will. I'll link it to you after.
And then exit right.
It's on the Steam Workshop. I think if you just search icons in the Steam Workshop, and in the words in the picture, the main like picture on Steam Workshop, it's got a picture of like a hashed grid line, and it says icons by Dastrobel, I think. But I'll send you the link after if you haven't found it.
Exit right. Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
I think it just adds a little something because it's not. It said it's just not big flashing green floating things or big white markers on the ground with an arrow above it, you know. And even like the trailers when you pick up, I know you've got on ETS, you've got your own trailer, but if you were borrowing a trailer from a job, even then it's the same It's not like got a big arrow flashing above it. It's as if it's like parked in a bay for you to go and pick it up. So that was a bit better than big distracting things everywhere. Come on. Go green. Yes.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left. Continue straight. And then turn left. Turn left. You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it there. Hang on. Back up a little bit. It replaces the markers on the ground that you activate. Is like that, like a hashed square on the ground. And then in a minute when show us where the pickup point is. Yeah, so that's what I was taking. So yeah, what it wants is for us to pull into that long white square, which I actually think would probably be better off backing up, going around the other way. It just seems a bit more like true to life than huge flashing white box. And it still turns green and everything when you you know, when you pull into it and you've hit the trigger to be able to load and unload or drop the load, whatever. Still no, it still changes colour. So, but it's does also add an interesting dynamic when you've got a lot of places to look for, and you've got like a yard or shipyard or something like that to deliver to. If it didn't come out far enough, then you mother. The thing is, first part job did an 8.5 out of 10 according to Scruffy. Peaked too soon, and now it's been crap ever since. Yeah, so it still changes green when you're like in the right space for it. So, I didn't want to do that. It's my own trailer, you goon. I'll have to get used to that now. I own the trailer, not pressing T. Nice.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your commands.
Let's get some quick picks. Always good to have spare pictures kicking around, but when I invariably forget to take a thumbnail picture or want to share some stuff around on the Discord or let's go. Let's turn those off.
Continue straight.
Yeah, so we'll rock this job. That should take us up to nicely around 3 hours, and then we will. Oh, that's what all the pinging was in my ear. A quick question for you fellas, actually. This might come as a surprise, but I often detach my trailer by mistake when loading cargo. Well, that is brand new information. I've never expected you to be the type of person to do that, ever. Anyway, quick question for you. I accidentally turned off streamer mode on Discord just before we came live, and I haven't gone back in to turn it back on. Can you hear it on the stream when it pops to say someone's messaged on Discord? Like just then when Rusty was sending all the pictures and stuff. Could you hear that on the stream? Yes. Okay, awesome. That's cool. Good to know. So I need to make sure that if I do the same thing again, and normally see when I go live it automatically puts Discord on streamer mode, which turns off the sound of notification. We can always hear it, yeah. I will sort that out by the next stream. Something just occurred to me then.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Let's get back on the freeway or interstate, I think. Annoyingly, we probably will have to sleep. Again, the timings are so close. I'm gonna have to again learn that when I do the jobs now, there's essentially 2 hours either side of the job on the actual job timer, so I need to make sure that, especially when I'm delivering, that I've got enough jobs or time on the sleep clock because of the hour unloading time. There we go, to total along now at 55 miles per hour until we get into Arizona. I think what I'll do is I will aim to get back up to Salt Lake City, where Jake is based, so that I can get the wheels on the truck sorted. Not on the truck, on the trailer to match the truck. Because I'm stupid like that and little things like that matter. Hoping that the whichever wheel pack the wheels that I'm using from are compatible with the trailer, because what I've learned is that not all wheels are compatible with all trailers. So I'm hopeful that it is, but if it's not, then I may have to change all of the wheels and tires. Actually, well, that reminds me, Kalani, sorry I forgot again, like a shithead. So for that setting, man, if you go into your escape menu and if you go to where is it? Is it controls? Gameplay. It's got to be gameplay, right? Oh, I see it. So if you go into your escape menu, Kalani, and you go in your gameplay settings, you scroll all the way down to camera settings, you've got this steering camera rotation. You check that. I just left it on default there, and then what you want to do is I disable the rotation when you're on reverse mode or when you're looking out the window, because otherwise it starts turning when you're doing that as well. That turns on your settings so that when you turn the wheel in the truck, the camera turns with it on the direction that you're turning. So that's what you want to turn on. Are you noticing much difference in your income with your own trailer? Yeah, I think so. I think it's I don't know the exact figures because the loads vary, but I think it's about 25% more per mile on average. You do get the odd anomalies, which are quite a lot more. Like that last job we did was quite well paying. It was, you know, it was 1,000 miles for 8.5 grand. Whereas there was some 8,500 miles. There was some. Yeah, for sure. I think again it'll just come down to being smart with the choices. I always sort my job by price per mile, because when I first started playing, and I was like absolutely no idea how to play, what to play, how to do it the best and everything. When I started watching some of the tutorials and that, there was one chap, I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but he basically said you should sort your jobs based on price per mile, because that makes you as efficient as possible, because you're getting paid the best price for the amount of time that you're in the truck. So that's how I've always sorted my jobs in the job offers list, is price per mile. So it is quite, you know, it's quite beneficial, which is especially handy considering we need to buy a bigger engine and we need to start like buying parts for the truck and stuff. So it's yeah, I think it's been I think it's probably been the right decision to focus on getting a trailer now rather than doing like the chassis or getting an engine first. I think we'd be hanging on longer. But like I said, I'm still gonna. I think it's still worth being a bit kind of scrutinizing on jobs, just to make sure that I'm still taking the ones that are best. Yeah, same. Sorry. Yeah, same here, unless I want to go to a particular place to open up more of my map percentage. Yeah, sometimes that's what I do, is if, for example, like, it's not like a role-playing series, like it never has been and never really was intended to be, but obviously I've added in little elements of that kind of thing with, you know, like Jake is the mechanic and that dodgy guy Russ up in Portland, and maybe more characters to come. But sometimes narratively, when I'm thinking, right, now I need to get back to Salt Lake City because I want Jake to look the trailer over and sort the wheels out, then I'm thinking, right, actually it's more important from a narrative point of view that I would take this crappier job, excuse the French, that I would take this less well-paying job because it gets me to where I want to go. Then, oh well, actually that pays a little bit more, but then I end up at the 600 miles south of where I wanted to be. Like, I took the job down to Mexico, the very first Mexico job, thinking, oh right, I'll do that, I'll go down to Mexico and then I'll head back up to the States, thinking I could get that done in 2 episodes. Whereas the way it transpired then is actually it was a bloody nightmare trying to get a job back to the States. So I ended up doing like a load of episodes in Mexico, which when I first went down there had never really been my plan to spend a long amount of time down there. It's just the way that it worked out because of job availability. So yeah, most of the time I'll just take the best price per mile job, provided it can be recorded and stuff in the time frame that I've got at that particular moment. But occasionally, from a narrative perspective, and I need to, you know, think, oh, I need to go up to Portland now to see that Russ guy, or go up to see Jake in Salt Lake, I'll take a less well-paying job because it goes the way that I want to go or need to go for the episode. So yeah, it's never been like quote unquote role play series where I script out every single little thing that happens, but it's I do occasionally think about the narrative of you know, how did I get here, and you know, like like the other things is if you were just jumping across the map all the time, and that's largely why I sort of didn't take jobs that were in between episodes, because again, you've got to think of some kind of narrative there of how you've managed to end up. So then you end up dedicating a small portion of the next episode of recording of, right, hang on, I need to talk back through everyone how I ended up getting back here. So it does work, and I did that when I was buying the truck. I was doing jobs in between when I was having to borrow the trucks on when you've got the contracting jobs. So when I was doing that, that's what I was doing, because it was such a outlay. It was kind of like, yeah, I need to just do some jobs in between, otherwise we're going to be 30 episodes deep before we've even got enough to buy this rusted out truck. But what I do then is focus on making sure on the next episode I went into the logbook and said, right, this is what, between this episode and the previous episode, which is bloody rumble strips, you idiot. I would go through and say, right, I did this job and they paid this much, and I did this job and I paid that much, just from because obviously the whole premise of the series is I'm doing it on arguably the hardest setting, and with not taking any financial help through loans or anything. So it was always important for me at that specific stage to make sure that there was a bit of integrity there, in the sense of I was clear to myself and everyone that was watching at that time that I haven't just taken the GDC economy off, done like a really well paying job and then put it back on or something like that. I wanted people to see that actually, yeah, I had slogged it out and I had grinded from start to finish. Whenever the series finishes, and I'll do a recap of the whole series, and I want people then to watch that back and go, oh yeah, this guy literally slogged it out from start to finish. Prior to my wheel issues, I was forcing myself to take California jobs for much the same reason, opening up the map, but price per mile is king. I agree on that. Like when I got stuck in the Middle East a few years back, yeah, BPM is usually my pref, and then find what's going where I want to go. Yeah. Sometimes, like generally, if I'm sitting down to record, I'm sure Mr. Farquhar's the same, I've got a rough sort of idea of which direction I want to go in. And I do generally, because I rarely ever take the World of Trucks jobs, the jobs that when I finish recording, I'll look at the jobs that are available. So I know roughly what I'm doing the next time when I sit down. But occasionally a job will come up that's too good to pass up, Like the job that came up to pay for the trailer, it was like a 15 grand to 2,300 mile job, which, that's way longer than I would have ever thought about recording for the series. And it ended up being like, I think nearly 4 hours of episode time across 4 episodes, which, that's way longer than I would have liked, but it's paying 15 grand on a GDC economy job for boom lifts. You can't turn that kind of money down. So although it was longer than I wanted, it wasn't going the direction I wanted. It was kind of like, actually, it'll do because it's paying 15 grand, and how are you going to turn that down?
Keep left.
So yeah, generally price per mile, and then look at what's going where I want to be going. And if there's nothing, you just settle on something. Because what I'll also do is I'll try and plan ahead as well. Like if I'm taking a job, I'll look at the town, the city or delivery point that I'm going to, and I'll see, right, so I can do this one, and then they've got this job that'll expire after I get there, so I can do this job to up there, and then I can do that job down there, and so you've got half a clue of what's going on. There is method to the madness there. It's not always just sit down and record.
Continue straight.
I think what my next plan to try and incorporate, or not incorporate, but improve the viewing experience is I want to have a crack at, I think Mr. Farquhar mentioned it, he mentioned he might want to do it as well, is try and get to grips with the console cameras, the different types of cameras that you can use in there. So you could do some more like aerial shots and stuff like that, but there's a lot to learn there, and I haven't had the time to sit down and even start there. I've used the console like one time to get all the information when I trialed a dedicated server for it, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, so I would like to do that, because Modded ATS does it on his, and he simulates like a little walk around at the beginning of the trip and stuff, and something like that appeals to me, doing something similar, or being able to look the truck over at the end of the job. I just something like that, but more being able to like capture kind of quote unquote cinematic shots mid-trip would be ideal. But again, it's so much work to, not so much work, because that's an exaggeration, but there's a big learning curve there to delve into the console and learn what the different cameras do and how to operate them, and then how to be able to cut that together into in such a way that you can still see the whole journey, but the truck's not swaying all over the road. Because when I try and use the cameras, they're already bound to like hotkeys, like if you press the 7, you've got the wheel shot, and then you go on this one and you've got the cinematic mode, and like I find it difficult to stay in lane. But if you use the console cameras, it's, from what I've seen in videos and stuff, it's a bit easier to do those kinds of shots. There's like a tracked cinematic mode where it'll keep on the thing, and then you can get a little camera, like a front cab, so you can do a better drive, so you can still see where you're going, but you still capture the good shot as well. So I think that's what I would love to learn next, but it's I think it's just a learning curve. Because like I was saying earlier, Rusty, if if the next farm sim game is crap and I end up just transitioning fully into truck sim content, then I think I'd like to be able to offer a bit more in the videos eventually, rather than just, oh, this week we're driving to this place and we've got this load, and we'll just waffle a load of waffle on the way. And yeah, I've only opened the console to increase the traffic density a few years ago. Can't remember even how to opens, but it'd be nice to get some external stuff. Yeah, I do toy with the idea of just whacking on the cinematic mode, but then I'm so like I'm all over the road when I'm in that mode. So I'd love to delve more into that kind of stuff. I think it's the, I think they call it like the tilde key or something is how you open it. Which I don't recall what that is, but I think it's like one with a little squiggly line on it.
Continue straight.
8-bit driver guy always added a nice external intro and look around the track or city before heading off. Yeah, it's just stuff like that, man. Just like a little bit, so it's not just another dude just trucking along chatting shit. It's, you know, dude chat shit. Oh, we got it, yeah. Oh, we got it. Oh, I thought it was a diversion. Thankfully not. It's just someone getting pulled over for speeding. Naughty, naughty.
Continue straight.
Yeah, I think it's that one with the little funny angled thing on it. But yeah, I've only opened it once, and that was to get it to generate the file that I needed for when I tried a dedicated server before Christmas. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Because from the videos I've seen, you can also use it to like set the time of day and stuff like that, which I thought, well, actually, if I fancy doing like a series where it was, you were just like a day driver, you know, like a local day driver, then be quite good, because you could always set the time of day back to morning without having to worry about making sure you got to this sleep point or that sleep. Console mod is that key, whatever that key's called. The squiggly line key, that's what it's officially known as. But you need to activate it in the document file first if memory serves. Several settings need change from 0 to 1. Yeah, I think there's 2 settings that you need to change from memory from when I did it before Christmas. And then I changed them back because I basically did the tutorial in reverse, because I was having that issue where people couldn't see the convoy because I was on invisible mode in Steam, but I thought it was to do with when I'd set up the thing. Hey Storm, welcome in, I hope you're well. If you have you set gdeveloper 1 set in the config file, press 0 to have a free camera, and then use the numpad keys to move around. Oh, good to know. Lynn's back. Welcome back, sir. I wasn't aware you'd gone anywhere, but welcome back. We are probably going to have a little sleep soon, so it'll get us through the night. I've got time on the job. We'll pull into the next sleep station, the next truck stop. On the phone and heating the oven up. What are you having there, Lynn? What are you heating the oven up for? The microwave burritos? Oh, I guess you wouldn't heat the oven up for those. Lasagna. Ha! Probably went for a quick nap. Hey gents, I need to go to bed now. Time for this old fossil. Have a good one, and congrats on the 200 plus subs, Sim. Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by. You take care. Have a good great rest of the week. I'll be back here tomorrow if you're interested on the Thuringia save. But otherwise, catch you in the Discords. Speaking of which, I need to call it a night and set my renders. That's okay, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, man. Have a good rest of your week. Same to you. We'll be here tomorrow on Thuringia. And if you are live on Twitch at all, I'll try and catch you over there as well. But yeah, have a good rest of the week as well, my man. Oh, and give the stream a thumbs up. Appreciate that, buddy. And please do give the stream a thumbs up. Maybe I'll learn to speak by the next one. Two different kinds of lasagna? Is there two different kinds of lasagna? I wasn't aware there was two different types of lasagna. Is that even a thing, or is this like a wind-up? Alright, let's get the map open a little minute. Right, so the next... Yeah, I'm going to have to probably come off here. Yeah, I'll come off here. Meat lovers and garlic cheese. Well, every day's a school day. I was not aware that there are two types of lasagna. Right, so we are just going to come off here and grab some sleep. Says cheesy garlic, so we will see. Absolutely, brother, absolutely. Just in time to see the train.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
I ain't turning no left. Need to see where this sleep spot is down here. Let's see if it's at this dealership here. That's exactly where it is.
Turn right. Turn left.
Just pull up here. Get some sleep. Back to rain. Swing around the back here. Hopefully there's a way out around the other side. Get some wipers on. Alrighty, only 148 miles to go. So we will roll on through to delivery and drop the load, and that'll be us for the stream. Let's go. Will you have anything on the side of your lasagna, Lynn, or will you just have the lasagna? You know, like a garden salad or something? Fries?
Turn left.
Yeah, more lasagna. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Lasagna with a side of lasagna. I assume store-bought if they've got writing on them. Like when I go to the steakhouse and order the ribeye with a side order of New York strip. Fair enough, bro. Can't fault that. Cannot fault that at all. I love ribeye so much. I think ribeye is probably my favourite cut of steak. I haven't had lasagna for ages. One of the kids doesn't really like it, so I mean, I don't know what's not to like. You got the pasta, you got the meats, you got the meat sauce, you got the cheese, you got the creamy bit. It's, you know, oh, nice. But apparently not so. Very filling and hearty, it sure is, buddy, it sure is. Although I am looking forward to the warmer weather so I can fire up the grill again. Start cooking up some steaks and burgers and stuff on the grill. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down in this rain. Although I do have a scar on my hand where the cheese slid off. Sorry, it would just take a minute to get that picture out of my head. Although I do have a scar on my hand where the cheese slid off and burned the hell out of me one time as I was taking it out of the oven. Now I have lasagna PTSD. It's rough, man. We refer to it as the lasagna incident. I mean, to be honest, Lynn, it's commendable that you're even warming up the oven for the lasagna if you're carrying around a bit of PTSD about that. Hats off to you, sir. You are a big brave boy. If you were in the doctor's office right now, they'd give you a sticker. That's how brave you've been. Plus, I want it done right as the wife comes home from work. Maybe get a lollipop. Yep. Yeah. It's not, I mean, it's not something they do over here. But, yeah. We're rolling on through, guys. 49 miles left to go to delivery. So you get to see me attempt another awful parking job. Stop. Whoa, 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 yes. Gotta slow down in this rain, man.
Continue straight. Keep right. And then exit right.
22 miles to go. It's amazing sometimes, like when you're doing a long job, I find like more than say 600 miles. I often feel like the first little bit seems like it doesn't really, mileage clock doesn't really seem to go down that much. Then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, 30 miles have gone, 20 miles have gone, oh, nearly there.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
But to a farm or something. But on unlikeliest of all things, a bush. Go reasonably slow here because otherwise you guys are going to get a lot of feedback from the feedback.
In
But
400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Just on the end of this track is where delivery is. 6 miles out, 7 minutes. 5 miles, 7 minutes. Just there. I do think it's probably going to work out pretty okay for us having our own trailer. In terms of the costs I've seen so far, there will still need to be like selective with jobs, just because we want to be making sure we're getting the most per mile. But there's one thing I was worried about is
In 400 meters, turn left.
what if there were no jobs?
Turn left.
GDC economy mod. He's got it set so that it roughly replicates
In 400
a
meters,
similar level of availability
and then turn
of
right.
jobs as real life. So it's kind of allegedly, he says, quite tough out there in the States right now for jobs. Oh, nice one. I think we've got a drive-in job as well.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
So yeah, I think it's some kind of so yeah, there we go. Let's turn the engine off. Let's unload the load. So it's 549 miles, 23 hours, 45 minutes, 97 gallons of fuel consumed. Current company job offers. We've got a few little things going out around. We go up to Utah. That's probably where we'll go, up to Moab, Utah. Yeah, we'll make that decision ready for the next recording on another date. I'll just have a little look at what's around in general. Yeah, those seem to be the best price per distances anyway. But yeah. Yeah. Probably maybe do that one because we could call in at Salt Lake on the way past. Anyhow, I'll make that decision ready for the recording of the next episode, which will be out on Thursday, which will pick up exactly where we've left off here. So that is going to be the end of the stream. 3 hours and 20 minutes, guys. It's been epic. Genuinely, just from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate all of the support, all of the love, all of the comments, watch time, subscribes, likes, all of that good stuff. The guys that hit me up here on the live streams and come chat with me and hang out, it really does genuinely, truly mean the world. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you. 200 subs is absolutely awesome. Like I said, I've said it time and time again, I genuinely mean it. 200 subs is way more than I expected to get. My whole focus with the YouTube stuff is just building a little small community of like-minded people, and yes, it's awesome. So genuinely appreciate you all of the guys that come and hang out in the Discord, the drive for the VTC and all that good stuff. It does genuinely mean the world, so thank you, truly thank you. Storm, thanks for stopping by, buddy. I really appreciate it. It's good to have you around. You've been really pumping through the miles. Lynn, you've shaped the series and what it is so far. Kalani, if you're still here, brother, have an awesome rest of the day. I hope you have a really lovely birthday meal out later. Thanks to everyone else who stopped by, Scruffy, Rusty, Mr. Farquhar, anyone else that's been through the chat. Yeah, I do hope you all have the rest of a lovely evening, whatever you've got planned for the rest of the night. Kalani, have an amazing meal, bro. Happy 21st. I hope you have plenty of drinks over the weekend, and I'll catch you back here tomorrow on the Farm Sim Thuringia stream around the same sort of time, 8 o'clock, and I will catch you then. Till next time, guys, stay well, take care, and I'll see you there.